Hey guys, welcome to Persona 5 The Phantom X. Before you dive into the global launch, I'd like to give you some things that kind of will be preparing you for what to expect, and also probably check whether you can play the game in your region. So let's dive into it right now. So to start off with some FAQ, and I'd like to thank first Pridewind.gg for providing us majority of the information for this video. A while back, I was able to stream the game. It was from the TW server, and I found it really interesting, especially that I previously was able to play Persona 5 Royale. The feel of the game is actually the same. So if you're not familiar with the Persona 5 franchise or the Persona franchise, definitely you're gonna need more information on the game. So Persona 5 The Phantom X is going to be a turn-based strategy spin-off again of Persona 5. So it features brand new cast. It features the old cast as well, which is joining the new cast of characters built into a core gameplay of original while introducing fresh mechanics and characters. So the mechanics kind of similar. They had to adapt it to a more of a gacha environment. So is Persona 5X a main or side type of game? Really depends upon you. If you're really into the game, as for me, I was very into the story, you might want to have it as a main game instead of a side game. So even though if they say that it leans towards a side game, it really depends upon you if you want to immerse yourself in the game. So the next question is, does Persona 5 Phantom X have a PC client? The quick answer to that is they can be played on Steam for global. I recently tested out Google Play Games. Apparently, it's not available in Google Play Games. So you might want to test this one out again. But definitely, for global, you can play it in Steam. So how long does it take to finish the dailies? Around 5 to 10 minutes by running the game's material stages. The best part is you can claim up to 5 times the rewards per run, as long as you have enough stamina. So you'll need to complete other quick activities like hangouts and commissions, but those barely take time. So another question is, how does the stamina system work? So it's going to be a max of 240, and the recharge rate is 1 every 6 minutes. So that's it's gonna take time. Definitely, you get also extra stamina logging in via Thieves Den. Purchase decorations. So what are the rates? We're going to go to the rates later on a more specific detail in terms of the gacha system. The last one that I'm going to be discussing is going to be the end game. So there are currently 3 modes of end game. This is actually based on CN, TW, and I think in KR. Souls, Sea Souls of Trials, Door of Nightmares, and Astrolabe Trials. So this is based on CN, as you can see. The rest of the tips and tricks, you'll have to explore yourselves in this page. Anyway, I'll be putting a link to this page in the description of the video. So for the gacha system, we're gonna go through the basics of the gacha system and the banner system. They kind of have a lot in terms of the banners. We're going to be starting off with the beginner banner. So Persona 5 features a gacha system with mainly 4 distinct banner types used for obtaining both characters and weapons. So all banner types have different drops you can expect to obtain the following types. So 5-star characters, weapons, 4-star characters, weapons, 3-star weapons, and lower tier 2-star personas, where I doubt you'll be using them because again, there's an option for 4-star characters in the banner. So with the beginner banner, once you start the game, you're gonna be going through this, and the mechanics for this banner is, so this is the first banner available to new players as you start off in global. It primarily uses future fates, the currency for permanent banner. While meta shards can also be used, it is not recommended to do so. So please take note that you have to know which currency to use for the beginner banner. Discounted pulls is 8 future fates needed to do a 10 pull. So basically for the 50 pull, you will only need 40 as your currency to get a guarantee. So take note that if you reach the 50 out of 50, you can have a selector. So based on the recommendation, you are recommended to get An Takami. We'll be going into that in further into another video in terms of characters, but the recommendation for the selector is going to be Antamaki, unless they change it for global. We won't know definitely, but this is based on CN, KR, and TW. So go for Antamaki because An is actually at tier 0.5 once she drops. So we have Morgana and Ryuji as well. These three are the original cast members of Persona 5. So note that you can also obtain a 5-star character before reaching 50 pulls. So as this banner shares its pull with the permanent banner, early 5-star pulls do not affect your final choice between Skull, Mona, and Panther. So those are their nicknames, basically, these three. So what they are saying is you might get a 5-star banner, plus you can actually do the selector if you do pull a 5-star before the 50 counts that you reach. So this is the beginner banner. The next one is going to be a rate up banner. So it is expected that during launch there will be a rate up banner. I'm not sure who the rate up character is going to be. Is it going to be Moonlight here? Not sure. So rate up character banners features limited 5-star rate up character and 3 4-star characters primarily used in predetermined fates through meta shards can be used. So this banner offers 2 selectable pity systems, allowing you to choose your preference. Okay, just to be clear, it's gonna be confusing if you don't understand this. So exclusive is 100% guarantee. So guaranteed rate up for 5-star character. It's the same character, but this is a guaranteed rate up 5-star character. The fated one is a 50-50 banner with the same limited rate up character. So again, my advice is to go with the exclusive, because the exclusive, although the pull rate is 0.7 base pull rate, it's okay because you will be guaranteed a character eventually. Not unlike the 50-50 that once what do you call this? Once you reach either 770 soft pity or hard pity, there's a 50-50 chance that you won't get the limited character on the banner. So I'd rather you guys spend your pulls on the exclusive one, although the hard pity is 110, but you're guaranteed. And I think this carries over to the other banners as shown here. So count carries over. If you don't get the character here, the count, let's say for example you're at 80, the count carries over to the next exclusive banner. So after 165 cumulative pulls on this pity, you will get an additional character, a random 5-star permanent character. So this one has a lot of upside. This feels like the banner as well for Snowbreak. The guaranteed banner also has a cumulative pull, which is random. I'd rather you go with this, guys, not the 50-50 down here. The rate up weapon banner, sadly, doesn't have a guarantee. It's a 50-50 all the way. The rate up banner features a limited 5-star rate up weapon. It primarily uses predetermined coins through meta shards, can also be used. You can select 2 5-star permanent weapons which you will receive if you lose the 50-50 chance to get the rate up. Okay, again, it's still a 50-50 banner, so no arguing here. Note here, maxing out weapon dupes is easy in this game, as you only need 3 dupes of the same weapon plus 3 dupes of any other weapon of the same rarity. So there you go. So there's another banner here. This is the permanent banner. So basically, after the beginner banner, I think the permanent banner is your standard banner. So, or Kaidolf draft. The permanent banner features all permanent characters in the game. It primarily uses future fates, the currency of permanent banner, while meta shards can also be used. I suggest don't use them. Use them the limited banner. The base pull is a 0.8%. For 5-star, there's a hard pity, a soft pity, and after 300 cumulative pulls in this banner, you'll get a 5-star permanent character of your choice once. Okay, so technically, if you like characters here and if you want to get them, as long as they're not included in the limited banner here, then definitely you can pull for this banner here, and especially if you have Future Fates. Okay, Future Fates is primarily used here, so you have to pull them here. Next is a rerun character in Weapon Banner. Rerun features returning limited rate of 5-star characters and weapons, and typically run longer than the standard rate of banners. So again, as usual in any game, there are rerun banners, but from what they say here, these banners share both pity count and random 5-star permanent character count with each other. Pulling on a rerun banner earns you cognitive after image. Okay, so You Are My Destiny, this is a super rerun banner. Are similar to rerun banners but appear only during special occasions. These banners allow you to select up to 3 5-star characters to feature as rate up characters. So it's not narrowed down to 1 character, it's 3. So that's actually better. Essentially, they function like rerun banners, but customizable rate up options. Pulling on super rerun banners also earns you cognitive after image. There's also a cognition shop. So as you pull for banners, you earn currency here that you can be used in the cognition shop. I actually was able to use this when I was playing in the TW server. Each type of currency has its own tab and unique set of rewards. Okay, so cognitive shard earned by pulling low tier, cognitive gemstone, and cognitive after image, which you can earn from a rerun banner. So those are the banners. I don't think you'll have to worry about the rerun banners. The ones that you'll be worrying about is the beginner banner first, the limited banner second, and for the character and for the weapon, and for the permanent banner. So lastly, I'd like to, give you guys information because you might be confused on, there are going to be 2 releases actually of the Phantom X, Persona 5 the Phantom X. One is going to be global, a global server, plus one is going to be a C server, a Southeast Asia server. Okay, so please make sure that you know where your region is. So also for all of these sites, I'm going to be including them in the description of this video. If you take a look down here, this is for the global server. You can still pre-register, by the way. If you haven't pre-registered yet, there is still a pre-registration here, and their socials are actually here. Here you go. Then at the bottom, you can scroll through the page. Okay, before we go to the regions, these are the system requirements. Try to take a look at it, especially if you think your device isn't at par with the game. So here it is. Take a look at it. I won't go through everything in terms of system requirements. Please take a look. I'm going to be putting a link of all of these in the description of this video. So supported countries and regions. So as you can see here, iOS, they've broken it down to iOS, Android, and Steam. So take a look at all of your regions and all of the countries where you're at, because most of these are not in Asia. So there are only a few countries here who are in Asia. It's usually in the Americas and Europe. So please be aware, because you might be playing this game blindly and expecting that you can join the global server, but in fact, your country is not included here. Also, the device depends on the country. So as I've said, scroll up, Steam, Android, and iOS, different categories. Check your country out here. For the C server, this is actually their website. I'm also going to be putting a link in the description. If you belong in C, definitely you should pre-register, because I think C hasn't reached this is 1000k, so this is going to be free weapon drops. So I hope for those who are in C, try to register here. Okay, one other point, or the global server is going to be launching on July 26th. So take note of that while your C server is launching on July, I think it's going to be July 3. So confirm it's on July 3. It's going to be delayed for at least 1 week from the global server. So for Persona 5, the Phantom X that is launching in Southeast Asia, again, it's July 3, mobile and PC. So far, I haven't seen a PC downloader emulator for the game. Sorry, not the emulator, but the PC client for the game. But I think we will have soon. So far, I've seen a mobile download. The game will be available for pre-registration in the Philippines, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia. So if you're interested in more Persona 5 news before launch, this is actually the live stream that is happening on the 25th. This is going to be more details about the game launching for global. I'm not sure if C will be featured here, but definitely this live stream is going to be for global and for JP. I will be playing in both servers, global and C. So look forward to me streaming and doing some guides for the game in future episodes. So thank you very much, guys, for staying this far. Take care, guys. Stay safe. This is the Warden, and I'm out of here.